Hey guys, it's Brittany with Drops of Jupiter Astrology. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about Capricorn. We're currently in the month of Capricorn. It's almost gone. See you later. But while we're still here in Capricorn, let's talk about it a little bit. Just to get the basis of Capricorn, it's an earth sign, first and foremost. It's grouped in with Taurus and Virgo, and so Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are the three earth signs. They are grounded, they are the people that are cleaning the house, getting things organized. Our houses would be bomb shelters if we don't have any earth in our chart. If earth is your weakest link, so to speak, you're probably not very organized. Your house is probably a giant crazy mess. You don't know where stuff is. You hate to clean. You're like, oh God, I gotta clean again. Like that is just not your strong suit. But that's why earth is pretty beneficial because, without it, you're not going to be one of the people that are like, I'm mad and I'm cleaning because I'm mad. Those people that clean when they're mad, they've got some earth in their chart for sure. Cardinal, it's a cardinal sign. Capricorn is in good company with Aries, Cancer, Libra. Those are the other cardinal signs along with Capricorn. And, they're the initiators. They're the people that are not taking directions so good. They're the people that are giving directions. And they're the people that are the business owners. They're the CEOs. They're the, the ones that are at the head. They're the managers. They're they're giving directions. They are not behind the scenes. They are, they're moving some life force, and they're getting stuff going. And if they are going to take advice from someone, it's from a professional. They're not just going to listen to Joe Schmo say, you should go to the doctor. It's like, no, I'm going to talk to, a professional about this and see what they have to say. That will make more sense as I continue as to why. The number one word for Capricorn is ambition. They are ambitious. They are, the ones that are setting goals, and they are the ones that are finishing their goals. Aries could definitely initiate, but then they kind of get bored and they don't always finish. Capricorn, not the case. Not the case. They definitely are good in that regard as cardinal signs. They start, they finish, they get stuff moving. Speak a little bit more to cardinal signs so you understand them. If you're just coming into astrology. Libra is the sign for relationships. Libra is rules relationships, and the reason why it's a cardinal sign is because relationships need somebody to get the relationship started and to tend to the relationship and to make sure everything's okay. Relationships take a lot of energy and a lot of time, and somebody has to be the initiator, because if you both are like, I really don't care, then it fizzles out and it's dead. Cancer's the mother, mom. Think about mom. Mom can't, sit around and go, oh, please do this. Oh, please do that. Oh, and hope that the kids just find their way to brushing their teeth and going to bed on time. It doesn't happen that way. As a mom, you have to say, all right, 7:30, go brush your teeth, get in bed, do this, do that, get up, go to school, get your homework done. Without that, that initiator, we'd have a bunch of, aimless space cadet kids running around. Aries is the life force sign. They are the ones that are the great debaters, the ones with argumentative life force. They have a feeling about something or an opinion or something they truly believe in, and they're the ones that are going to fight for it. I'm pretty sure that at the front lines of any of these amazing movements, be it women's rights, civil rights, even currently what's going on in our government, regardless of your feelings on it, the people that are protesting, or the people that are, just saying something is wrong here, the ones that are standing up for what they feel, I'm almost positive that there's, some areas in those charts that is making them steadfast and get something moving. Even if they don't finish it, they're going to get it moving, and then, some other signs, maybe some Capricorns will keep it moving, but definitely one's getting that life force moving, that initiation, is probably, good to assume that there's some Aries doing that. So Capricorn, Capricorn, they are the ones that are going to be goal oriented. They're going to see the start to finish, the A to B to C. They are getting goals met. They're not just starting things, they're finishing things. And they're doing it with discipline. They're doing it in a practical way, and they're just really self-disciplined people that, are able to say, I am going to do this and nothing's going to get in my way. They are the people that rule government, currently, right now, government is a big topic on people's minds. And currently President-elect Trump, his Sun and Uranus are conjunct, which means they're holding hands right next to each other, in the 10th house. 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, and it rules government. So he's right in that realm that he is supposed to be. So people that have 10th house in their chart or Capricorn, they're going to see that they're either going to find themselves in government, or they're going to have business, real estate, finance. Trying to think of some other things off the top of my head. They're just really good in those sectors. They are business-oriented people. They are frugal. Could you guess? They're frugal people. I have a Capricorn father, and he, when I started to work, when I was of an age that I could start to work, he'd say, get a bank account and just save your money. And I would love to watch my account grow, my balance. And it was always like something that you could see he really loved, to watch the balance grow. Me with all the Sagittarius, money just kind of flew out of my hands, but which is not a good thing. I wish I had more of that. Capricorn, but for Capricorn, it's very easy to save money. For Earth signs in general, but definitely for Capricorns, it's easy for them to save their money and to be frugal. However, when it comes to buying things, buying the best, when it comes to they because they are very status oriented, and they judge themselves and others based on what material items they have, what status they have, how much they've accomplished. They judge that for themselves and others. So for them to buy the best house, and the best dishwasher, and the best Capricorn washing machine, and the best Capricorn bed, the way they can justify that is because they're saying, okay, well, these things are going to do the best. I'm going to get this washing machine because this washing machine is going to wash my clothes the best. It's going to take care of my clothes the best, so I'm not going to have to worry about it. It's just the best. And then my clothes are going to get dried the best, and I'm going to have the best clothes. I'm going to buy this house because this is the best house with efficiency windows. It's going to save me money. They don't like to mess around with that kind of stuff. So it's like, that could be justified. It's like, okay, this costs me, but it's going to save me in the end. And it's going to remind me that I reached my goal because I have this stuff to show for it. So, that in that regard, they aren't frugal. But when it comes to just randomly spending money on silly things or on other people or on silly causes they don't understand, they're frugal and they want to keep their money in the bank. They're practical, so they make those practical decisions. And they're patient. They're patient. Their symbol, and Capricorn symbol is the mountain goat. And, they're patient and they're self-disciplined like the mountain goat. If you've seen the mountain goat climbing up the mountain, it's not always easy. So they go over these rocky points and they slide down, which you could, maybe think of metaphorically as, the rocky times in your life. And they slide back, but they keep going. They keep climbing until they get to the top. So they're definitely self-disciplined and they're patient, just like the mountain goat. And, they're strong. They just keep going and they want to make sure that they get to that end goal. The way that a Capricorn differs from, a Taurus or a Virgo would be that, they are judgmental. They do really rely on making their judgments based on what somebody has acquired in their life, their material goods or, the status that they have or the job that they have. If you're somebody that is, you don't really have a lot going on in the work sector, you don't really, have much drive, much gumption, you're not setting goals, you're not making lists, your house is a mess, you don't show up, you're missing appointments, you're not 15 minutes early, you're not showing up, you're not accountable. A Capricorn is going to look at you and say, you know what, you're a hot mess, you better get it together because this is not acceptable. You're not going to go anywhere like that. Part of the reason Capricorn has so much success is because they show up, they're accountable. And really, all there is to setting a goal and reaching it is accountability. If you set a New Year's resolution and you say, I'm going to lose weight, being accountable for that and saying, you know what, I ate that piece of cake, I shouldn't have done that. Be accountable for it. Don't make excuses. Don't let the subconscious rule. You have to say, okay, I'm going to make it known, subconscious and consciously, that I'm making excuses, and now I'm going to show up. I'm going to flip the script, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to be accountable. And that is really what a Capricorn does. They make sure that they're accountable. They say, I'm going to make sure that this goal that I'm setting is going to happen, and I'm not going to stop for anybody. And, that's why they are successful. And that is really all there is to success, is being accountable and not making excuses and moving forward. So a Capricorn at their best, they're diligent, they're hardworking, and they're honest with themselves to say, you know what, I'm going to be accountable. I'm not going to let my subconscious stop me. I'm not going to eat the piece of cake. I'm going to lose the weight, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it now, and that's that. And there is no more talk about it. So, that is a Capricorn at their best. They want excellence. They want to do whatever it is to the best of their ability. A Capricorn at their worst, they could be not so honest. They could be crooks. They could be doing things, they could be justifying doing the wrong thing because the end justifies the means. And that's how they kind of get around that. It's like, if I have to step on somebody to get to where I need to be, then that's how I justify it because, I have to get where I have to be. I have to succeed. No one's going to stand in the way. So if that means that my morals have to take a back seat, so be it. And that's not so good. And so for a Capricorn, someone that can relate to this, especially someone with a lot of Capricorn, or, Saturn in Capricorn, because Saturn is the one that's looking at you with stern eyes going, are you doing this with integrity? Are you doing the best to your ability? Are you incarnated into this life to do the best work? You said you were going to do that, but are you doing it with integrity? Because stepping on someone was not part of the plan. Lying was not part of the plan. Putting your morals in jeopardy was not part of the plan. So, Capricorns should always make sure that they're just doing their work with integrity. And I'm not saying that every Capricorn is going to be a thief or a crook or, dishonest. But there are those Capricorns that, fall into the trap of, justifying doing something not so good to get to reach their goals, and if you feel like maybe you can relate to that, then maybe it's just time to take a step back, reassess, and think about how you can change to still reach your goals, because believe me, if you have Capricorn in you, you're determined, and you can get there without stepping on people. It's just you may be getting a little lazy. It's easy to take the easy way out, but it's not the best way, because you want to finish your life out knowing that you did the best you could do, and you were successful, but you did it with integrity. So Capricorn is an amazing sign. And back to my original point, actually, that I was forgetting about, was listening to professionals. And after hearing all this, you can see that because Capricorns want the best, and they don't just want to listen to somebody who's not well versed, in a certain area. They're not going to just talk to their neighbor about their plumbing. They're going to have to get a plumber, and the best plumber. So that is why, they do listen to other people. They're not like fixed signs in that they will only listen to themselves, and life experience is the only thing that will change their mind. Or a mutable sign that's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll transform to whatever. Cardinal signs are steadfast in that they want real professionals that are versed in whatever they are getting help in or requiring information in, to help them make the best decisions so they can move forward and know that they did the right thing. Capricorn is definitely, it's a great sign. I definitely wouldn't mind a little bit of Capricorn in my chart. I have some Virgo, but I would love a little bit of Capricorn in my chart. Get a little good money karma going. They are definitely the people that are able to hang on to their money and do good things with it, and so Capricorns are their life force, is to set these goals and do that. The other real downside of a Capricorn is that they're not that emotional. So if you've already got a chart where water is kind of your weakest link, and then you've got a lot of Capricorn, it can make it even harder for you to relate to the people around you, your family, to create like real bonds with your family and your children or things of that nature, because you've got this great house, and you've got great car, and this great family, and you've created the best, but have you emotionally connected to the people around you? Because it's hard to say I love you to your dishwasher and have it say I love you back. So for a Capricorn, another thing that they do need to always check in on is am I really well invested in the relationships in my life? Because at the end of my life, when this life is over, I don't want to sit back and say all I did was, I did this amazing business, or I did this amazing, work. I had this amazing work ethic, but then I was kind of lacking in the emotional realm, because I can't take my nice car with me, but I can take the bonds and the love that I have, that I've gained, that I now possess from this life, and these people, and am I checking in with them, and I'm making sure that I'm hearing them, and that, there's reciprocity in my relationships, and it's not just about me and my goals, or judging them based on what they've accomplished, but look at them as people. Are my kids wonderful people? Do they have integrity? Are they kind? Do they spread compassion? Are they genuine? Or do my kids have tons of money, but they're really not nice people? Because we can't just say, oh, they're great and I've succeeded because my kids are successful. Are they good people too? So that's definitely something that Capricorn can certainly check into to make sure that they're well-rounded in that regard, because they really do have the goal setting and the list making and the organizing and all that great stuff down pat, and so if they're able to check in on those other things, then they're going to do some really great stuff in this life. They Capricorn rules, as I was saying before, rules government. Wouldn't it be so nice if our government was not only ambitious and business oriented and was able to accomplish all these things, but if they were also more compassionate and thought more about the people, as individuals and as just as loving, caring, breathing citizens, that money wasn't just, or reaching the goals, or that kind of stuff wasn't just what made us function and move forward. If we were able to put a little bit of compassion in there too, I think that people as a whole would also be able to relate to our government. So getting back to Capricorn, since Capricorn rules government, that's definitely something to think about for sure. That we really want people that are able to do great things, but also are able to connect emotionally. So Capricorn, they are pretty cool. They're great. And when you have Capricorn in your chart, and then you've got maybe some more dreamy, creative water or fire, Capricorn's going to make sure that you are able to do what you came to do. You're not just going to be sitting in your room writing poems or writing a book that never gets published or playing the guitar and not becoming, the next Jimi Hendrix. Capricorn is going to make those dreams, see them into fruition. They're going to, really make you say, I'm going to be the best musician. I'm going to be the best songwriter. I'm going to be, the best politician. I'm going to be the best electrician, the best plumber, the best, business owner, whatever it is. Capricorn, it rules excellence. Capricorn really does. And, they are definitely people that can get a little too caught up with prestige and having status. But, if they can not let their ego get too crazy, it's a really beneficial energy to see yourself move forward and not get stuck. And if you're stuck, you maybe need to take a page out of Capricorn's book to, assess the situation, make a list, write some goals down, get a calendar and set, every few weeks, write down on this date, by this date, I want to make sure that this is done, and move yourself forward. Give yourself, an allotted amount of time and just don't make excuses. Keep moving forward. Keep plugging away. It may take a long time, but as long as you keep moving forward and keep writing your lists and keep showing up, you will get there. And, Capricorns are living proof of that you will get there. Take a page out of the Mountain Goat's book. Slow and steady, or even the tortoise, slow and steady wins the race. Just keep plugging away and don't let anything get in your way. Don't do anything with, that's going to jeopardize your integrity, but certainly don't let anything get in your way. Move forward. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. That's what this life is about. It's learning how to love yourself and love everything about you and who you are. And even though each sign has their downfalls, we focus on those and we acknowledge them, but we have to really focus on the positive. And this sign definitely has a lot of them. So let's move forward and be good Capricorns and embrace the rest of this month. We're in Capricorn. We're almost in Aquarius. Next month's video is going to be very, very different. Those lovely Aquarians, they're quirky, and they are not earth signs. They're air signs. And air signs come with a whole different set of qualities that are equally wonderful and equally stressful. So we'll talk about that in the next video. Until then, keep spreading the love and the light. Be the light. Live with integrity. And remember, never stop inspiring compassion. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.